Thompson with Benson heading in deep. The 21-year-old took a check. Thompson tried to sweep it out in front. Mike Matheson stopped it. As you look at the Buffalo lineup, Zach Metsa is in, playing his first career playoff game. Good move down low. They score. Rasmus Dahlin, just 32 seconds in. Buffalo scores first for the 5th time in 6 games in this series.
On the board early, Zach Benson will start this play. Benson on that top line, as you talked about, he finds Samuelsson, and look at how Dahlin goes way down into the zone. He pulls the string on Slafkovsky, who's way in the corner. What a great move by Dahlin, and another quick start for the Sabres. Up over the right shoulder of goal last game, taken away by, oh my God.
They score off the faceoff. Jack-guy of all people. And it's 1-1.
To say that Lyon uses his glove effectively. This is a 45-foot wrist shot by Jack-guy that goes right through the glove side of Lyon. There's not much to it. It hits the thumb of Lyon's glove, and like the other night, Sean, goal 1, goal 2.
Montreal had 2 power plays in game 5 and scored on both of them. Both power plays have come to life. Centering pass and denied out in front with Josh Norris. Suzuki establishes zone. They have the great playmaker Hudson up top. Lane Hudson, Slafkovsky has a lot of room, sends it down low for Caulfield. Hudson moves it quickly, they score! Ivan Davidov on a one-timer! The power play goal and a 2-1 lead.
The power play better than this, a smooth entry, great puck movement. Caulfield, Hudson put it on the tee for Davidov, and then we talked in the open about Cole Caulfield getting hot and goal scorers starting to feed it.
Buffalo just 6 for 42 on the power play in the playoffs, but much better lately. They went 1 for 24 in round 1 against the Bruins. Here's Dahlin down low, and a great stop by Dobish. Matheson takes him to the boards. Jason Zucker there to help for Buffalo, but it's skated away. Evans goes for the shot and scores! Jake Evans, a short-handed goal, and a 3-1 Montreal lead.
To Luukkonen to get in, a puck battle that Evans is going to skate the entire length of the ice. This goes right through Alex Lyon. Evans has got a goal and an assist, and the Habs have a 3-1 lead here in the first period. This puck goes right under the arm, right through Lyon.
Trying to move on Hudson. Now Quinn. Evans got a stick on it, does again, but it still bounced to Buffalo, and they score! Jason Zucker, power play goal. Off the feed from Norris.
Zucker now with goals in back-to-back games. We talked about Davidov. It's the same for Zucker. He times this entry to the net so well. He gets behind Josh Anderson, and as Norris slides this puck across, Anderson's not able to deny it, and Zucker swats it past Jakob Dobish. It's 3-2.
Here's Benson. Byram up high, flips it toward the net. It got through Dobish. They score! Zach Benson has tied the game at 3.
Knew him, they thought, oh, he's going to be a good player. He's got poise and he's got toughness, but he also has a brain for the game. Like Brad Marchand, he's an aggravating guy. He's a small guy, but Marchand thinks his way around the rink. So does Benson. He reads the loose puck. Look at him, he's behind the net. And before anyone can get there, Benson gets himself in front of the goal line, moved on to the top line tonight. Benson's got a
32 seconds the first period, the first goal from Dahlin. This one took 60 seconds. And here's another chance and a beautiful stop by Dobish as Bowen Byram cut right to the net front. We're were decided by one goal. From the point, shot wide, hard off the back wall, out in front. New hook stop gets free behind UPL. But here's Tuck. Can he join the point parade? Ryan McLeod down low. Tuck robbed again. He trades places with Thompson. Now it's Doan at the front of the net with Benson. Dahlin's in deep. Quinn scores! Jack Quinn, a one-timer. A power play goal. Buffalo back on top. 4-3.
This is not a good goal for Jakub Dobeš to give up. That you never enter it. This is a clean look at this shot from the tops of the circle. And Dobeš just misses it. Jack Quinn, a 20-goal scorer in the regular season. What do you think this feels like for him? His first playoff goal. And the Sabres come all the way back and have taken a 4-3 lead.
Quinn had 20. Doan took it away from him. And then a good hit by Bolduc on Tuck. Bolduc's a physical winger. Oh, wow. Bolduc went floating into Dahlin behind the net. The other way comes Zucker. Helenius scores! Costa Helenius makes it 5-3 Buffalo.
Is going to put this away. The long breakout, and you see on his backside is Goulet. This is a quick, sharp pass from Jason Zucker. Zucker's come alive. In the last game here in Montreal, he set up Helenius for a couple of 2-on-1s. Helenius hit the post. Dobeš robbed him another time.
Wound up in the corner. Bolduc stood up by Power, who clears. Tuck's right out of the penalty box. Alex Tuck in. Stop by Dobeš.
Legal substitution, but not a penalty. As the puck hit the player at the bench. Tuck knows he's got time. He's got the opening, and he wants to go up over Dobeš's glove. When you sit in the penalty box, this is all you think about at the end of the penalty. Maybe I can get a breakaway if this thing pops out. Tuck gets it. Dobeš stays with him. Much like the move Tage.
But the pass back to Hudson took the puck out of the zone. Then Anderson turned it over. Here's Zach Benson, and there's a penalty coming here against Montreal. Dobeš made the stop in Western New York on ESPN. Dahlin, top of the circle, lets it go. Another good stop by Dobeš. He's made some big stops lately. What has not been his best night of these playoffs. Thompson passed it up. Tough angle shot. They score! Jack Quinn. And it's 6-3 Buffalo.
In 3 straight games. Jack Quinn had 20 goals in the regular season. Nothing in the playoffs. He scored a power play marker in the second period. This is an acute angle one-timer up over the right shoulder of Jakub Dobeš. That's going to be it for Dobeš. Jacob Fowler, who's sitting right beside me, just got up. The chair is empty. And Fowler is putting on his mask.
With Benson swooping in. Bolduc. One of 5 Montreal players dressed tonight who hail from this province of Quebec. Sent toward an empty net and in! It's a Buffalo goal into the empty net.
Big boys have done the job, but Connor Timmins will start that play by absorbing the check behind the net. Timmins will get no ink. He had 5.
He sure was. You mentioned they won that game with 9 shots, leaned very heavily on the goalie. One on kind of a fluky goal by Alex Newhook. Mensah out there on the power play, and he scores as it goes through Fowler. So everything Lindy Rupp has done tonight has turned out well. Regular season action this year. He's too old to be considered a rookie, but now he has a playoff goal.
His shot deflects off of Matheson and goes through Dobeš. Oh, look at that. It breaks Matheson's stick. He shouldn't be on the ice anyway. He should have had a penalty. So this is probably justice.
The final seconds tick off on a remarkable Buffalo Sabres victory.